May I come in, sir?
Please do.
47.2.
Good morning, sir.
It's not exactly morning, is it?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Akshat. Please take a seat.
You look more ferocious in your photograph than in person.
So let's have a quick introduction, please, Akshat.
Sir, I come from Sangane town, Jaipur district, Rajasthan. I've done my schooling from Jaipur and my graduation from Hansraj College, Delhi University in subjects economics and history. And my pastime activities include playing table tennis, playing cricket, and visiting historical monuments and doing kitchen gardening, sir.
Very good. So this was your first attempt.
Yes, sir.
Very creditable. All the best for your interview as well.
Thank you, sir.
Can you tell me, Akshat, something about Kumbhalgarh? You are fond of historical monuments?
Yes, sir. So Kumbhalgarh was made UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2013. It has the world's second largest fortification, the wall that we have after the Great Wall of China. It was made by Rana Kumbha, and after that it has been under the Mewar till the independence, sir.
Right. So now there's also school of thought that history should be rewritten, and they are focused on heroes like Maharana Pratap. By the way, where was Maharana Pratap born?
So, sir, I'm not able to recall this, sir.
In Kumbhalgarh itself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've just been to the fort, so.
Okay.
Right. So, in fact, one Rajasthan MLA went so far as to say that he actually won the Battle of Haldighati. What are your views on this? You're a history scholar.
Sir, what I believe that the rewriting of history is a constant theme throughout the history, sir. It is a completely normal exercise, and with time the history needs to be rewritten. So the required changes and how the world perceives it, sir. So I believe it is a complete normal phenomena. And in respect of Battle of Haldighati, sir, it is a view of people, sir, that it was that the Maharana Pratap was able to defend his place against mighty Akbar. Some people term it as a victory, sir. So it is all point of view, sir.
That really makes it a matter of shifting sands. So history is what you believe, right? I believe he won it, you believe he lost it?
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Moving on. Now, artificial intelligence. There is a school of thought. They look at the pluses and minuses. So 4.4 trillion added to the world economy every year versus 30 million jobs being lost. So is it a boon or a bane?
So, in my personal opinion, sir, every technology, though in short term gives us some pain, but in long term is definitely a boon for the humanity, sir. So would be the AI, sir.
So how would AI be incorporated into governance?
So AI has been, for example, the smart contracts that we have, the autonomous that the contract will now automatically take place. And especially in decentralization, also, sir, AI is now utilized, sir, in governance, sir. These two aspects have been there, sir.
Thank you.
It's Akshat.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, what are the UNESCO heritage sites?
So UNESCO is a UN body,
Yeah.
which actually in India there are 43 UNESCO World Heritage sites. So they mention these culturally important, historically important sites in India for their so that they may come up on the world stage and may improve their tourism aspect for the country, sir.
Okay, you have done economics also.
Yes, sir.
So please tell us how the fiscal deficit of India could be reduced.
So India has done a tremendous job, sir. We had a target of 4.5, and the next year we would be doing 4.4% of GDP of fiscal deficit. So we have been able to control fiscal deficit in the recent years, sir. And apart from that, in the coming times also, the government has in two ways, sir. Firstly, it has also reduced its revenue expenditure side to reduce the expenditure on the revenue side. And
Which are our revenue expenditures?
So revenue expenditures, for example, if I say the government recurring expenditures on salaries or the Manrega, the subsidies, these comes under the revenue
So
expenditure.
can these be reduced? These are more or less very essential expenditures.
So the government said that the fertilizer subsidy would reduce this
One
year.
main item you have left out, which could be reduced. What is that?
Sorry, so I'm not able to recall.
Subsidy.
Subsidies.
Could we reduce subsidy?
Yes, sir.
How much is our subsidy now?
So subsidy bill, so I'm not able to recall the
Which
exact.
sectors we are giving subsidy?
So one is the fertilizer, other is the food. That we
And
have.
there is one more sector.
So there is PLI also, so
No,
but that
is
is
not
good.
subsidy.
Industry.
Yeah. So should we reduce subsidy on food?
So in my opinion, it should be more neither reducing it, but it should be more rationalized.
Have you heard of NFSA? What is that?
So National Food Security Act 2013, it was passed.
Yeah.
So it says that 67% of the population should be under the PDS.
What is our population under below poverty line presently?
It is somewhere around, again I'm not able to exactly recall, but it is now under 20%, around 15-17%.
So why we should be covering 67% under food subsidy scheme? What is the reason or rationale behind that?
So there are multiple reasons. First, how the government sees is that by covering more people, not only the poor, the transient and the chronic poor that go up and down, they would also be covered. And except of, for example, not leaving people, we should be accommodating more. So to make sure that most of the people get those.
Don't
those
you
reserves.
think there is pilferage of our revenue through this food subsidy scheme? Because food subsidy is drawn, but it is not used for that purpose. So it is pilfered. So this way we can tap our
Yes, sir.
revenue expenditure. Is it possible?
In fact, government has done, sir. The extra 5 kg allowance that the government had given during the COVID, it has now reduced. And
No, when there is extraordinary situation like COVID, if food subsidy or free food is given, it is understood. But in normal situation, why we should be covering 82 crore of people under food subsidy?
so the government has been now coming down, have been reducing it. But as we say of efficiency, as we say of PDS efficiency, though it is a slightly different point of view.
Sorry, you read this
Sure, sir.
more
Sorry, sir.
carefully.
Sure,
It's
sir.
very important. All the best.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Okay, Akshat. What do you mean by Akshat?
So Akshat is also a name of Lord Shiva, and Akshat is also the pious rice that is used in tilaks and pujas. So it is Akshat, which is unbroken, which is not damaged, sir.
Okay, which can't be broken.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Akshat. I saw what's your father doing? Some business?
Sir, he is in land broking, sir.
Land booking means?
Land broking. So he establishes communication between the two parties and facilitates the sale of the properties, sir.
Like a property dealer.
Yes, sir.
So what is the GST on the property sale and purchase?
Sorry, sir, I have no idea about it. Sir. Sorry, sir, I do not know, sir.
Okay, you tell me you have also tried for CAPF.
Yes, sir.
How many CAPF we have?
So we have 7 CAPFs.
Which are those? Give me one line about each of them.
The first is the border security for BSF that guards the Pakistan boundary and the Bangladesh boundary with India.
Okay.
Second would be the ITBP, Indian Tibetan Border Police, that would be guiding the Chinese boundary. Third is the Sashastra Seema Bal SSB, Sashastra Seema Bal, that guards our boundary with Nepal. And the fourth would be CIS.
Nepal and one more country?
Bhutan.
Yes.
Sorry, sir. Fourth would be, sir, the CISF, Central Industrial Security Force, that guards all the industrial, government industrial areas. Fifth would be the CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, that actually is in reserve, and for example, it is now utilized in Manipur. In internal matters, CRPF is used. And number 6, I would say NSG, National Security Guard, that is for heavy intelligence and security of our Prime Minister and individual. And I need to read more about NSG. And there is one more, Assam Rifles, sir. that is currently situated.
So
in
you
the-
mentioned about NSG. What is SPG?
Sorry, sir. I need to. Sorry, sir. I need to read about NSG, sir.
Hmm?
SPG is in the
What
special.
is full form of SPG?
I'm not sure, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no issue. Okay. You tell me, you mentioned about BSF. There is one recently in paper came, there is some problem going on with Pakistan at Barmaid in your state. Are you aware what is that issue going on between BSF and Pakistan?
Sorry, sir. I must have skipped. Sorry, sir. I will read about it, sir. No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay, you tell me, you are economics background. What is this fiscal drag?
So the fiscal drag, I had read about it. So fiscal drag means that it is related to taxation and how. Sorry, sir. Again, I'm not able to articulate, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay, you tell me, you are playing table tennis.
Yes, sir.
In the coming Commonwealth Games, what will be the status of table tennis?
So it is not a part of the current games in Scotland.
How many games have been taken out of Commonwealth Games?
So it was 10 or 12 games that were dropped, and in most of them, India got the medal in the previous edition.
Which are those? Any idea? Which are those
So
events?
table tennis was one, archery was one. So there were others, but I'm not able to recall it. Sorry, sir.
India is trying to bid Commonwealth Games 2030.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir. I recently read we were bidding for 2034, and we have also shown interest for 2030. And we have said that we would bring these sports back again in the Commonwealth.
Yes,
So
yes.
that are it, sir.
Okay, thank you, Akshay.
You're from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
How is the border with Pakistan?
So the border with Pakistan, I'm not able to recall the exact kilometer, but it is mostly with the western Rajasthan that we have the desert area.
So movie was made on some border
The border movie itself.
battle.
And, sorry, sir.
A battle took place near the border, Pakistan border, and a movie was made.
Yes, so the border movie was made, and the name starts with L, but I'm not able to recall the battle, sir. It happened in 1971 war, but sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Have you heard Longewala?
Yes, sir. Longewala, yes, sir.
Where it is?
So it is in Jaisalmer, sir. The near western.
Have you seen that movie? That's all.
It was
Okay,
a long nose.
leave it. Are we having any railway link with Pakistan? There used to be one railway link.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In fact, before previous year also, many migrants from Pakistan used to come to Rajasthan, and they used to settle in Rajasthan.
The train is still running, or the services have been stopped?
So from Rajasthan, trade is not running currently, sir. It is from Atari border only.
Atari border. Where is Atari border?
Punjab, sir, near the Lahore and Amritsar.
Okay. It is only that section the services are there.
Yes, sir. In my notes.
So there is a train probably which used to run between Delhi and Lahore. It's still running. And what was the name?
Sorry, sir. I do not know.
Okay,
sir.
you said Manipur.
Yes, sir.
So Manipur has been in news for last few days
Yes, sir.
or months rather.
Yes, sir.
What was the issue?
So the current issue is that the governance rule, the president rule have been now imposed on Manipur as the CM had resigned. But before that, sir, the insurgency for the last 2 years between the Kuki groups and the Methi groups. This is the reason that it was being sir.
Who are Kukis and who are Methis?
So Methis were dominantly the valley people. So Manipur is surrounded by the hills. So on the hills, the Nagas and the Kuki tribes live in an easy way, and the Methis lived in the valley. So these are the two main.
How the
groups.
dispute started? What was the reason?
So what I am able to remember is the court has given an order that now the Methis would be also ST. So that was the one reason. Another was they were demolishing
Is done. We
and
have done it.
doing so. The government of Manipur was also taking actions against the Kukis in the hill areas, demolishing the poppy fields and reducing the migrants from the neighboring country, Myanmar. So these were the two reasons. Sir.
Okay, my last question to you. You have been in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
So you find Jaipur better or Delhi better?
So, so both the cities are good, but sir, my hometown Jaipur, I feel.
3 plus point of Delhi and 3 plus points of Jaipur.
First, I would say Jaipur, the plus points of Jaipur. So clean air, and so comparatively traffic-free roads as compared to Delhi, and comparatively, I would say better infrastructure. And the city is not quite large, so you have to go from one point to one point hardly half an hour, 45 minutes. As compared to Delhi, the travel time is long. These are the three benefits. A small city, it has its own charm that I feel of Jaipur. Delhi gives me the opportunity that almost everything of India, the best of India, is in Delhi. So it gives one the exposure that I've gained from Delhi University and from Delhi by talking to various people, and the diversity that the Delhi has, the diversity of people, the Punjabis from Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So that has also opened me personally, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Akshat, what is the difference between history and mythology?
So, mythology, in my opinion, sir, is when we link it to some religious aspects whose historicity is not proven for the time being, sir. That is the mythology. So there is some overlap between history and mythology, sir.
But where would you put Ramayana, for example?
Sir, I would put Ramayana mostly in mythology. There are some aspects of historicity that we find. There are some findings done by B.B. Lal, that was in Hastinapur. But as we have some sort of relations with Sri Lanka and the Atal Setu Bridge and all that. So there is some bit of history, but it is still bit of vague on the historical part, sir.
So history glorified or poeticized becomes mythology, or these remain two different things?
So, mythology and history. So, in during the history, as we have seen, that politicization and how the characters have been made historical, that we have seen of the living king. It may be true that of that time period, this may have been case the Ramayana and the Mahabharats, but as we do not have the ground evidences that we say of history, that we do not have a coin, we do not have the settlements, that is the reason that we still cannot.
Okay, tell me, what is your understanding of circular economy?
So,
If I call it, it is a double-edged sword, what do I mean by that?
what I know circular economy is that we reuse all the goods more. So we reduce our wastages and we reuse our goods. But being a double-edged sword, so I'm thinking about it.
So what is the benefit of reusing, and what does it contribute to?
So firstly, it reduces the wastage. For example, the plastic wastage that the earth faces today. So these kind of things would be reduced. And
So
second,
it will benefit what?
it would reduce the stress on our resources, the current resources also. And
Environment, ultimately.
yes, sir.
And double-edged sword, what I mean is then, the production will go down. Will it go down or not?
So I
The
believe
demand will go down. If you are reusing, if I, instead of using this blazer for 1 year, if I use it for 5 years, so demand will go down.
so taking it on an individual scale, but I would say that population is also rising, sir, and so is the aspiration of the people. So I believe, sir, that it won't lead to a much decline in the demand, sir.
Okay, last question. What percentage of Indian population is paying income tax?
So it is hardly 1%, sir. But I would need to
Little
read
more,
about it.
little more than that.
Hardly
But-
1%.
But recently in the budget, some concession rebates have been announced.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think it will further reduce the tax base and have an impact on the revenue?
Yes, sir. Around 1 lakh crore was the impact. But what we see is that out of the 1 crore people that have been out of the tax slab now, most of them were not given the tax anyway. And what the government also believes that this would in future, in next 5 to 6 years, these people would re-enter and would now come in the above slabs. So this might be like 2-3 years the impact would be felt, and after that the things would even out. Sir.
Okay. Update yourself a little bit more on this, because
Sure, sir.
this would also, bring in more money
Yeah, sure, sir. The
and more
consumption.
spending,
Yes,
and
sir.
the positive, the flip side of it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Over to you, sir.
So Akshat, we come to the end of our formal interactions. So before we go to the feedback session, what is your self-assessment?
So the interview went fine. There were few areas that I could have read, but that always remains the case. I would still be reading. But apart from that, in most of the cases, I was able to give the justice to the questions also.
Okay, please stand up. I want to check the length of your tie. It's not good enough. It should cover the belt. When you are standing straight, then it should come down to, it should cover your belt buckle.
Sure.
Also, please see that your pants are well tailored. They are riding up and it's looking like you are preparing for the floods. Please sit down. I can see that you are a very tall guy. What is your height?
Some exact 6 foot.
Okay. So you will go there looking like the officer which we need you to look. Clean shaven,
Sure,
right?
sir.
Hair neatly combed.
Sure, sir.
Okay. And of course, shoes should be shining.
Yes, sir. That
And the color of the socks should match the color of your trousers.
So gray socks should be there. Okay, sir.
Deep grey,
Sure,
dark
sir.
grey.
Okay, sir.
So Akshat, you're a very good candidate, no doubt. But I would suggest that some amount of thinking again is required for some of these tricky questions which come your way. Rewriting history, I think you got completely caught up in your own response without thinking of the ramifications, right? See, at all times you are expected to give some very balanced answers. So here a balanced answer would be that history should be rewritten only in the light of fresh evidence, either written or archaeological.
Sure, sir.
You can't have it on whims and fancies. Otherwise, history becomes meaningless, doesn't it? You say Rana Pratap won the battle of Haldighati. I say no, he lost it. Where's the point? There's no congruence of views, then it becomes useless. It becomes meaningless, right? So think a little more deeply about these, because these are the kind of questions which reveal the depth of thinking. Okay. Now, your interview is coming up in a fortnight's time. I suggest you look at 4 or 5 areas from which the major questions come. Basically, DAF, your subject, optionals, work experience, and current events. And just take about 20-25 of these A4 size sheets. Just jot down 4 or 5 topics which are likely to come your way, and then master them and reduce them to 4 or 5 bullet points and practice in order of priority. Practice before a mirror. That will be a kind of exercise which will give you a lot of confidence going forward, right? And always remember the kind of attributes which one is looking for in a civil servant, right? Integrity, lucidity, I call these my 10 commandments, analytical ability, conceptual clarity, conciseness without compromising on comprehensiveness, quick thinking, poise and self-confidence, balanced opinions, self-awareness and awareness of the world around you, and always to be guided by reason and logic, not by emotion and sentiment. Right. So just go ahead, go with a very positive outlook that I'm going to ace this interview because you're a very good candidate. So go ahead. All the best. Any
Thank you.
questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Which newspapers are you reading?
So I'm reading Express and Hindu, both.
Okay, Express has a page called E-Explain.
Explained, yes, sir.
That's very good
That's
for
very good, yes, sir.
analytical ability, and Hindu has text and context.
Yes, sir.
Add a financial paper. You're from economics side, so add the Mint.
Okay, sir. I
And-
do read articles, but I would read newspapers.
TV channels,
No, sir, not any.
try Vion for this period particularly. It gives you an insight in international affairs, and maybe the first post or Cut the Clutter for domestic issues.
I watch Cut the Clutter
Right,
on
good.
YouTube, sir.
Anybody would like to add?
So it is fine.
I think it's fine.
We have interviewed earlier.
Yes, sir.
So I wish you all the very best, and you are good. Otherwise, so whatever gaps are there,
Sure, sir.
please examine it, what we discussed and
Sure,
things like this.
Yields of Rajasthan, Bal Viva,
Yes, sir.
lack of education
Yes.
levels. This
Sure,
can be source of question to you. Literacy levels are much lower than the national average.
Sorry, sir.
Literacy levels are much, lower than
yes,
the national
sir.
average.
Yes, sir.
So be clear about it.
Sure, sir.
Best of luck.
Okay, all the best.